Okay, let's talk display. There are block elements which are going to be your p tags, your div tags, your h1 tags. All those tags are block tags. I have some examples here. H1, I have a p tag, and I have a div. You can see like just large title, paragraph element, a regular div element. So now if I were to make an outline of these, which is just like your border, but it's an outline. So let's say H1, comma, so I could put multiple with the same CSS on them, and div, and we made an outline and made it 1 pix solid black. And once I do that, you can kind of see that this takes up the entire width of the screen. So this element, even though you're only seeing text on this part, its block still takes up the entire page. Same with your paragraph, same with your div. All right, and there's also inline elements. Now, if I were to do this with a link, an a tag, let's say a tag, just gonna go to pound because it's not gonna go anywhere, and we'll just type in link, and then we'll do like a span. So if I do span, I am a span, and I save those. Now you can see right off the bat they're on the same line. See how they're already on the same line? And I'm going to change this to asterisk. Now, asterisk outline shows you the outline of everything on the page. That's why you get the full thing, which is your body. These, and then you notice these two right here. So link and I'm span, they have boxes, but they're not taking up the whole page. They're just around the element themselves. So that is why when you put two p tags, even though they're small, they could theoretically fit on the same line. That's why they don't. So what you can do is you can have inline block elements. So if I were to go back here and I were to put P and I said display an inline block, now it makes this block element inline, like the link and span. Now we have two paragraphs on the same line. So this is actually really important because when we do our untitled lists, a lot of times we'll use that to make our menu bar. So if I do LA about, let's say home, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to do a couple of these. Let's say contact, and let's say products. So if I had those four, you're going to see that they're automatically block elements, right? That's not what you want, right? What you want to have is UL. Oh no, this is going to be on the tags themselves. So the li tags, and we're going to have display inline block. So now you see that they're all on the same line. So when you go to like a website and you see like there's a menu bar at the top, you would have these inside links. So like this would be well, let's do this the easier way. You can just get rid of that, and a tab, pound, and what was this about? So we put that about. So you kind of see how this would make up a menu bar. So I got rid of that. And it would be at the top, and then you'd have all these links right on the line. So when you want to create a header tag or nav bars, custom columns, anytime you want to have like paragraphs, well, the websites that have like multiple paragraphs on one line. So say you had a div and you had paragraph, you wanted 3 paragraphs in there. So got those two. So that 3 paragraphs. And say they're a little bit longer. So let's put some cake ipsum in there, cupcake ipsum. I'll copy this, and I'm actually going to delete all these. Tab, put the bigger one, and then I'm going to copy it 3 times. I save. So they're long, so they're like that. But if I were to put margins on them and make them longer, what you could do is you could have all 3 of them on one line, because they would be inline text. Now you don't see it now, but let me give you one moment. So here's the example. We have those 3 same texts, right? And I put max width 30% because we only want it to take up 30% of our page. So all 3 of them are 30%, but they're still taking up the whole page. So if I were to uncomment this, you can see that it's taking up that page they're not going to be inline. They're just block elements, even though they are limited to that size. So you change this to inline block, and now all three of them are on the same line. So say like you had articles and you wanted those, or they could be images and you want 3 of the images, you would use inline block so they don't take up the whole page. So this is a pretty important concept you're going to be using a lot for menus, so keep it in mind.